All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles, the elders, of great millstone of Ruel. Peace and salutations to all the Akim pushing His truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, Shalom. This your brother's house, the bar coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And through the spirit, I want to do a lesson. Basically going off right here is a video brothers posted some years back, but it was re-uploaded on a beloved brothers channel, GMS Prisons of Hope 2. And through the spirit, this is what's coming to Babylon the Great, man. So brothers need to, take heed and get their minds ready by getting built up in the spirit, by just staying in the spirit, how by Shemal Shai, reading, studying, supping in the spirit, man. Cause we coming in some serious times, man. We coming into a dark winter. We coming to some times where this devil's about to do all types of things. But it's really the Lord that's doing these things, is plaguing Egypt as before, man. So I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna commentate at the same time, and I put the link in the video in the description box. But this is a heavy loaded video. A guy's basically going off, what's coming to when an economic collapse, what's gonna come and what's gonna be happening. But guess what? That's prophecy. That's in the scriptures, man. I'm a commentary off majority of this video, but I'm not gonna get the whole video. But through the spirit, just if you want to watch it, I'll put the link in the description box.
Terrifying. Know that each of these disasters could have been prevented. This is how it will go down for most people, but it doesn't have to go down this way for you. In part 2, I will tell this story of what this family could have done to prevent all of these terrible things from happening.
But we through the spirit know this is the Lord that's plaguing this place, man. Like it says in Isaiah 46:10, I declare the end from the beginning, and I will do all my pleasures. Thus says the Lord, roughly paraphrasing, man. So this is this is the Lord's will. There's nothing man can do to turn back the wrath of what the Lord has planned. The Lord is about to plague this place, man. And there's nothing Esau can do or his way of thinking is done. This place is done, man.
Let's say you are the perfect family living the American dream. Dad is an electrical engineer with a 6-figure salary. Mom is a nursing assistant, and they have 3 kids, 2 girls, 15 and 12, and a boy, 7. They have a cat named Fluffy and a dog named Betsy. They live in a nice home, in a nice neighborhood, and the value of their home is well above the mortgage they have on it. They have health insurance and 2 pension funds they contribute to. They also own a BMW, a minivan, a motorcycle, and a small powerboat in the garage. Week 1. One day, Mom drives to the local mall to pick up some groceries. The first thing she notices is that a quarter of the stores in the mall have shut down. When she starts shopping at the grocery store, she is shocked to see the price of a loaf of bread has gone from $2 to $5. Milk went from $3 a quart to $7.50 a quart, and ground hamburger went from $3 a pound to $9.
And this is what you're seeing taken down, man. This is the season of prophecy, man. Real quick. This is what's taken down. This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So we're living in the season of prophecy when the Lord is starting to plague Egypt as before. So you're living in a time where the Lord is doing what? He's creating inflation with this thing that's going on with the cargo ships and things like that on the coast of California. But they're not telling you it's all around America. They're doing a siege within with these different type of mandates and things like that. But this is with these scenarios that he's going into. This is actually about to take place here in Babylon the Great.
In all, her weekly grocery bill has more than doubled from last week. At dinner that night, Mom tells Dad about the rising cost of food, but Dad has some worrying news too. The company he works for is planning to lay off 20% of the workforce. Not to worry, Dad has seniority, and he won't be one of the employees that will lose their job. They turn on the TV and the nightly news tells them that the stock market is booming, but due to trade tariffs, the cost of living may go up by 3%. The next day, Dad gets the utility bill, and his jaw drops when he sees the monthly electrical bill has gone from $300 a month to $1,200. On the way to work, he stops at the gas station to fill up and is again shocked to see the cost of a gallon of gas has gone from $5 per gallon to $15 per gallon. It costs $400 just to fill up the tank. That night, Dad does a budget and realizes that their monthly expenses now exceed their income. They need to tighten the belt, and so the first thing to go is the eldest daughter's music lessons, then middle daughter's dance lessons, and also Junior's karate lessons. Dad cancels his membership at the tennis club, and Mom cancels her membership at the Pilates studio. Also, no eating lunch at the cafe, and no more coffees from Starbucks. To save on the electric and gas bills, they need to keep most of the lights turned off and the heat turned down. Everyone will need to wear a sweater in the house. Also,
And the Lord is, and that's showing you the Lord is plaguing this place. This is going to take place here in America, man. That dark winter. 2 Esdras 15 and verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And that's the Lord is about to do here. He gradually starts smiting this place with different type of plagues, man. And this devil, I've been doing lessons. We all been doing lessons on it, man. The men of the Lord been doing lessons on it. This devil's Esau Edom talking about blackouts. This devil has been talking about famine of food. He's been saying it through the news for a long time, man. But you Jakes, man, you didn't want to take heed. You didn't want to listen. But now it's in your face, man. It's in your face. Because you Jakes did what, man? Real quick. You really thought that it wasn't going to come in your lifetime. So you thought everything was going to be good, right? Hey, the Lord had you in the ultimate trick bag. Real quick. Ezekiel 12 and 25. For I am the Lord, and I will speak. The words that I will speak shall come to pass. So we've been telling you, man, these things that he's going into, hey, we've been telling you it was going to come to pass, man. The scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come. And it said, it shall no more be prolonged. It ain't prolonged no more. It's happening in your face. The thing that he's going into is happening, and it's going to increase, man. And it says, for in your days, Jake, you Israelites, you rebellious house. It says, oh, rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, thus said the Lord. And that's what he's doing. He said it was going to happen through what? The men of the Lord. Luke 1 and 70. Speak by the words of his prophets, man. He revealed the secrets to the servants of his prophets. Through the scriptures, we've been telling you that this devil has been gradually doing things that bring forth the downfalls of the economy so he can bring his fourth industrial age in, which what? The IMF and the technology. But he's plaguing this place, man. The Lord's using Esau Edom to do it. And that's why you see a lot of these things that he's going into is actually taking place. Let me finish this out. He said, again, the word of the Lord came to me saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesied for a time that is far off. So a lot of our people, when they seen us on the highways and hedges, actually thought what we were talking about was going to come in our lifetime. But it's manifesting before their eyes, man. That's why, like we say, we don't hear a lot of scoffers. We don't hear a lot of that mad noise because what's taking place? America's getting plagued. It's getting hit with the plagues like Egypt as before, man. So we don't hear a lot of people scoffing and mocking now when they see all the things that we've been saying is coming to pass, man. Verse 28, Ezekiel 12 and 28. Therefore say unto them, thus said the Lord, power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, thus said the Lord. And this is what you're seeing taking place, man. The word of the Lord is being done, it's manifesting, though it tarry, wait for it. And this is what you're seeing taking place, man. These plagues isn't going to start increasing and more in these latter days, drawing to this wintertime. That's why the Lord said in what? Matthew 24:20, pray ye that their flight be not in the winter. So, man, it's cold.
Mom and Dad will have to carpool to save on gas. Dad will drop Mom off at work and pick her up after he gets off work. The next day, Dad learns that the company plans to lay off another 30% of the workforce. Everyone at the office is tense and nervous. Dad still has seniority, but just to be on the safe side, he starts to send out his resume. What Dad doesn't know is that there are 50,000 other electrical engineers also sending out their resumes.
And that's what's taking place here. But a lot of people in these days don't want to work. But you come in a time where that inflation is increasing, so a lot of people are going to try to go back to work, but ain't going to be no jobs. Especially when they bring forth these mandates. This is the book of Isaiah 19, verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which head or tail, breach or rush may do. So, hey, it ain't gonna be no work in Egypt, man. This place is thinning out. The Most High is thinning the herd, as they say. This is what you see taking place, man. With these different mandates and things like that, a lot of these small businesses have to close up. They can't afford to keep up with the demand. Different type of companies, same thing. They're going to bankruptcy and things like that. So it's no work in Egypt. And it says, in that day shall Egypt be likened to women, and it shall be afraid and feared because the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And that's the Lord shaking this place up, man. The shaking of the land, the hand, the Most High is plaguing this place, man. He stretched forth his hand. Like we just read in 2 Ezra 15 chapter. That's what he's doing. And he's doing what? Plaguing this place as before. And this is why you're going to see a lot of these things for a lot of these jobs is going to start doing what, man? Have to lay more people off. A lot of these jobs is doing what? Closing up because ain't no people working. So a lot of these things, the Most High is plaguing this place, man.
And most would work for a lot less money than Dad is currently earning. Week 2. The next week, Mom goes to buy the groceries, but discovers that the mall is closed. She drives through town looking for a grocery store that's still in business, passing storefront after storefront that have been closed down, with plywood over the windows and for lease signs everywhere.
Ooh, man, these scriptures is speaking, man. Let's get it. 2 Ezra 6 and 22. 2 Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. That's the Lord plaguing this place. You people that think everything is all good, man, y'all ain't seen nothing yet, man. Like we've been saying for years, this ain't nothing but the tip of the iceberg. When the Most High let this thing loose, it's gonna hit so damn hard. It's gonna come as a thief in the night. It's gonna catch all you, especially you tribes. It's gonna catch you off guard, man, because you hearkening after Esau Edom, man, believing in that false sense of security, thinking everything gonna be okay, man. That's why the scripture saying thy security thou shall be destroyed, man. Because you sitting here thinking because you got a little FRNs, you got a little money, you good. Yeah, okay. These prices is going up day by day, man. Gas going up, everything's going up. And the Most High is plaguing this place, man, as before.
She finally finds a store still open and goes inside. Half the shelves are empty, and bread now goes for $25 per loaf and milk at $50 a quart. Mom can barely afford a quarter pound of ground hamburger and a half a dozen packs of instant noodles. Mom also buys a couple of cans of cat food, figuring if she mixes it in with the noodles, no one will notice. At least it will be enough to feed the family for a few days. When she exits the store, she is confronted by dozens of women and children begging for food. Mom rushes past the beggars with her small supply of groceries and notices groups of men lurking in the parking lot. Mom ducks down between the cars and
People gonna be dying of famine, man.
carefully makes her way back to her car, gets in, and speeds away, with men running down the road after her. That night, there is a banging on the front door. It's their neighbor Bob from 3 doors down. He's begging for food. He tells them he's been let off and his family hasn't eaten in 3 days. He's wild-eyed and desperate. Mom scoops a bowl full of noodles and cat food into a baggie and gives it to him. "That's all we can spare, I'm sorry," she says.
See, that's what's coming. Your neighbors, real quick, 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. And when between all these things taking place, you got to understand there's going to be different types of anarchy and chaos as well, man. As far as race wars and things like that, because the government going to be different types of legislations and actions going to be taking place when this economy is start going down, man. So you're going to have a lot of people uprising and protesting and rioting and going on out in these streets, man, which is going to create what? Order out of chaos, man. They're going to create martial law, going to create different types of things in the society that has never been seen before, man, and which is going to bring forth the downfall of this place, man. It says for the verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, evading one another. They should not regard their kings or princes, and course of their actions extending their power. So you got to understand, when these things taking place, they're going to be, going to the Capitol buildings, different things like that, and rioting and protesting, which they're doing now. So you can't forget about the protests and the rioting and all different things that are actually taking place. He's not talking about that, but that's going to be taking place as well. And you can see it. It's sedition amongst men, rising up against these different mandates and things like that. All that's going to be taking place while this economy fall as well. So it's going to be chaos on all sides, man. You got to use your imagination. You got to be a seer in this thing. You got to see this thing taking place. You got to understand, the prophets was called seers, man. And 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9, the prophets are called seers. You got to see this actually taking place, man, which it's already manifesting. A lot of things are taking place across seas, which is taking place here. Different protests in New York and different places in America is already taking place. Verse 17, a man should desire to go to a city and should not be able, because when these things take place, they're going to bring forth what? Martial law. So they're going to have the troops on the ground. It said, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. And that's what's gonna take place, man. Bob gonna come next time and come peacefully like you see now in the first. But then they're gonna come with the sword, man. And a lot of them gonna come with the sword anyway. They ain't gonna sit here and ask. They're gonna come in there just killing and taking stuff, taking your food, taking different things, supplies and things, and bring back to their family. And it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's what's going to take place. A lack of bread is going to be for that great tribulation, man. And that's what you're about to see take place here in Babylon the Great. Like very soon. It's going to be cold. People ain't going to have no shelter. So they ain't going to have no, it's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, man. Man, we've been telling you, Jakes, man.
Later that night, they hear a gunshot. Bob has committed suicide. Dad decides they need to sell the motorcycle, the boat, and the extra car. But everyone is selling, and no one has money to buy. He sells the $15,000 motorcycle for $200. The car fetches $250, and no one wants the boat. Not enough money to eat.
Because everybody's going to be looking for food, man. Real quick. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their golds shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of wrath of the Lord, man. So your certain valuables and things like that ain't gonna deliver you from the wrath of the Lord, man. These people gonna be looking for food and water and shelter. They ain't gonna be thinking about no cars and material things like that, man. They gonna be trying to get that shelter, man. And it says they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity, man. So all these things that you think you're gonna get, it's just a stumbling block unto you, man. You think you got a little wealth and things like that, got little cars you might want to sell. That's gonna be a stumbling block unto you, man. It's still not gonna fill your bowels, man. You still, Most High is still gonna set it up where you're gonna get hit with these different type of plagues, man. Where you're gonna die out here, man, because you lack the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. And like we always say, we talking to you tribes, man. We give a damn about you damn heathenists, man. You other nations that's not an Israelite, man. If you ain't a Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanic, and through the spirit, man, and the spirit is not resonate with you, the Most High, you're not an Israelite. The Most High ain't dealing with your ass. You 2/3 niggas, man, that are Israelites, you need to be taking heed and getting ready instead of thinking about these damn punk ass holidays and shit like that. This about to get bad. You think about damn Christmas and Thanksgiving, all this bullshit, man. You need to be thinking about trying to get right with the Lord, because the Lord's about to plague this place, man. You Jakes, man. You so goddamn fucking, man. You Jakes, man. You so goddamn fucking simple, man.
Even buy a week's worth of food. The only thing that still has some value is gold and silver. They go through Mom's jewelry case to find anything with gold or silver in it. Mom hands Dad her engagement and wedding rings. Dad decides they also need to cash in their retirement plans. The jewelry and retirement funds should last them 2 months. Week 3. That Monday, Mom finds out she's been let go. The hospital where she worked can no longer afford to keep such a large staff on hand. Mom waits in the hospital cafeteria that no longer serves food all day for her husband to come and pick her up. The next day, Dad arrives at work to find his co-workers gathered outside the front doors that had been locked, with a sign in the window that simply said, "Out of business." No one was even...
Ooh, man, that's coming. That's coming. Damn. Real quick, Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now that I created in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. Evil days mean evil days mean bad times. It says, or the years draw near when thou shalt say, I will have no pleasure in them. And that's when the Lord, you need to be remembering the Lord now. You need to be get right with the Lord now while it's mercy, man. When that doors of mercy shut, when this thing just fully set loose, hey man, the Most High gonna be doing a lot of killing. Verse 2. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened or the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble and strong men shall bow themselves, when the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, man. So hey, it's gonna be a lot of people losing jobs, man. It's gonna be a lot of people losing jobs, and this place is gonna be out of here. Which we've been telling you, man, for years, a retail apocalypse. For years, a lot of these banks, a lot of these different companies, Fortune 500 companies being not foreclosing, but going for bankruptcy and things like that. A lot of these people, the CEOs, we had a CEO exodus around 2019 to 2020. Nobody's talking about that. It was a CEO exodus in all your Fortune 500 companies, man. A bunch of them were resigning and things like that. Even the guy, Jeff Bezos, I think he dropped down from a certain position. But a lot of these things is taking place and nobody's asking questions, man. And it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the doors of the music shall be brought low, man. Ain't gonna be no jobs out here, man. Ain't gonna be waking up to no alarm clocks. And you already know the music is trash, man. So it's gonna be a low vibration out here, man. A lot of people gonna be bugging the fuck out, like Bob, blowing their goddamn heads off, man. Because especially you, Jace, you lack the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. The scriptures say, man, the man that wanted by the way understanding should remain in the congregation of the dead. So you people you tribes are spiritually dead out here. You right along with these heathen, man. So when this shit hit the fan, man, it's really gonna hit hard, man. Because you, Jace, man, you didn't want to take heed, and you like to get right at the end, and the Lord ain't dealing with that shit. This is it.
Allowed in to clean out their desks. There will be no severance pay and no pension. That night, Dad calls all his friends, business associates, college alumni, and even high school friends he hadn't seen in 20 years, asking for help finding work. Dad never received even one response from the 300 resumes he'd sent out. But the story is always the same. Everyone is being laid off, and no one is hiring. But one person told Dad if he goes to the closed-down mall and waits in the parking lot, there's a chance he'll be hired as a day laborer, doing construction or yard work. Dad left the house at 4 a.m. to walk the 6 miles to the mall, where he milled about with 80 other men until 10 at night. He did that every day for a week, but no one came around to offer any work, and Dad didn't go back. That night, there was the sound of breaking glass and yelling coming from down the street. The sky in the distance lit up from the fires started in some of the abandoned houses. There were no longer any emergency sirens. The police, ambulance, and fire departments were not responding to 911 calls.
And isn't they doing that now? Ask yourself that. You got to Google, look it up. They're doing it now in various different places in America, man. They're telling people that they don't have enough staff. So they already preparing you. They're gradually doing this in your face, showing you what's coming, man. Your Purge movies, all these different anarchy movies that they've been putting in your face with the predictive program, and they've been putting it right there and telling you what they got planned. But it's really the Spirit of the Lord, man, giving you the warning, giving you the sign to get right. You tribes. But hey, a lot of our people, they lack the understanding. So when this shit hit home, and when it hit bad, it's gonna catch them off guard, man. So that's why it's a beauty to be a part of this thing, man. So with that, I'm gonna close it out. Like I said, you can watch the rest of it, the last of it, but it's pretty heavy. That's what's you're gonna see take place, because a lot of, man, it's gonna hit home pretty bad, and a lot of Jakes is not gonna see it till it's right in their damn face, man. So with that, I want to say, call Hallelujah La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostle elders, the great millstone of Ruel. Peace and salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom.